Morning. So we have an interesting morning. I'm long, yes. I want to add more, but I want to talk on why and what's happening in my mind. It's a very challenging morning. We have relatively good lows all around, and um, might be a choppy day or just an extraordinary day in terms of range. We're consolidating, and I have so many narratives in my head because the market is so choppy. However, we have a lot of range. Therefore, there are plays, even though the market would be choppy in a sense. Um, but yeah, I'm just having a look at what's happening, and I see a lot of things. I see us living relatively cool lows, which is fair enough. Something to be concerned about. But then I go on the 1 hour chart, and I see we have a turtle soup, right? We have a 1 hour fair value gap. We have relative equal highs forming, and we have institutional order trade, which is basically a wick telling people, okay, we're just here to buy. Our purpose is different today. And then you zoom in a bit more, and you have 15-minute fair value gap, relative equal highs like 1, 2, 3. All I'm saying is like pre-market we might just run, and I'm just gonna add right now. Let me just add 2 more to my position. Might be royally wrong, and that's fine by me. For some reason I don't get filled my other account. Just give me a second, guys. I'm having some issues right now. I need to really find something that works in terms of trade copiers, because I'm having some major issues with it. Just give me 1 second. Okay, I got filled, but now do I have a stop loss? Okay, so that's my position. This is my stop loss. I'm gonna allow myself more. If I'm wrong, I'm offside. I'm gonna lose a bit, but if I'm right, I wanna aim for 77 today. Now let's look at Nasdaq. There are a lot of reasons why we can just come back down and continue higher later, but I'll give you my high time frame analysis right now. So what I was saying is that it's very tricky the position we're in, because we're actually trying to anticipate a move. Meanwhile, it's just a narrative I'm building, so maybe it's just an overthought. But we have relative equal lows, but I'm seeing a bullish fair value gap inside the mid of the Asia, which is a very strong bullish signal. Meanwhile, we have relative equal highs, and we have a lot of like uncertainty. So I'm thinking of this narrative. Meanwhile, while trading inside the CB, we can just like, right now we're in a premium on daily. So I might be silly, right? Like we're in a premium. If this candle can turn red, and today we take these relative equal lows. Like that, that's very probable. So yeah, I'm very puzzled on building a good narrative. There are so many options because we're consolidating, and it's just I'm in that place where I wanna place this trade and run it up. I just don't want to be too early for it, and that's the truth. There is that's the only truth. Right now, I'm trying to time a move perfectly. It might not happen because we have a lot of relative equal lows and a lot of liquidity down here. So these are my 2 cents. And I'm a bit pretty upset on the fact that my trade copier doesn't really work properly, which adds more uncertainty to my trades. I cannot truly focus on price action because I always have to check what's happening there as well. Yeah. Don't have any news today, so the most volatility we might get is at the open. So we have relative equal highs. I believe at the open we're gonna take 105 And then for the rest of the session, maybe we're going to search for this. It's a 50-50. But yeah, we're going to be consolidating. Yeah, unpleasant market conditions. This will be taken. And this. Like, I believe the open is going to be weak up, trying to fill these gap down, take relative equal lows, and it's going to be up to them if they want to continue the move downwards, or they want to consolidate and try some type of like reversal. I don't know if it's too early or if it's gonna happen these days. There is a correction in place, and it's very difficult to understand if they're gonna manipulate the price further or they're just gonna drop it. That's the most difficult part to understand. When you have overlapped candles like this, it's really difficult to understand it. That's why I was basing on this fair value gap. Yeah, take it up and then drop it. This is a volume imbalance you don't want to see. Relative equal lows. That's a short right there. Just hurt myself. Uh, my long attempt did not work out on ES, so I hate starting in a drawdown. Let's wait for the open. Yep, and that's a short if you have courage. Let's try it. Obviously, my stop loss is right here. My profit target is here. I wanna reach these two relative equal lows. I'm gonna get smoked 2 times. Jesus. Mhm. 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 Yeah, it did. So we have SMT. I'm gonna be looking at ES for longs. If I see Nasdaq running, which I believe that's gonna happen. Um, yeah, I'm looking for longs on ES right now. Just gonna be a bit patient, which is something that I haven't been this morning. I tried to anticipate this move, but I failed at it miserably. That's my narrative as well for us to take these relative equal highs. And it's fine that it's happening on Nasdaq. I'm just waiting for an entry on ES, which is going to be the six sister. Most beautiful thing would be right now to drop on Nasdaq and follow these equal highs later. Because ES is not really running now, is it? It's very stagnant. So this move is not yet convincing to me. I see a lot of liquidity down here on Nasdaq. Okay, I'm long ES. So main idea is to buy this very small breaker, anticipating for us to take this, uh, for this to become inversion fair value gaps, and Ultimately, what I would like is for us to attack 377, but the first target would be 358. It's a bit of a stretch. It's a very rushed trade, I'll be honest. I don't like my eagerness to just buy a very shallow breaker. Nasdaq just took the high and that's it. And we're in a premium right now. I'm gonna cancel my trade actually. And I will explain to you why. I'm gonna be patient. If I see a fair value gap, I'm gonna buy it. But on ES, on the 5 minute, we have the CB. I'm trying to long it, so I just don't like that. Meanwhile, we have SMT with Nasdaq, so if this is the top of the range and I'm trying to buy it, I'm gonna look like a fool. I don't mind losing $25 and just get back into it once I have a confirmation. But for me to just blatantly try to buy ES because Nasdaq is going up, is just gambling at this point. So I don't wanna do that. I'm a bit tilted, and this is something I realized just now. Another reason why I closed my trade. I don't like that when I'm tilted and I just take this kind of decisions. So yeah, we have SMT, we have relative equal lows on Nasdaq. If anything, I would like to short this, and I'm gonna try this approach with 3 contracts. Place my stop loss here. I like this better. Obviously, this would be my first profit target, and we got filled. I don't want to suddenly become bearish, but we took the high. We're trading inside an inversion and a CB, and we have a lot of liquidity down here. So it seems the only logical thing this morning, the only good thing I might be doing actually. Because in moments like this, you start getting a bit doubtful. Because you forget all the profits that I've done for the past 2 months. Just this one day, if I messed up 2-3 trades, my psychology is already starting to play like, and this is happening to everyone. Like you live in the moment, you live in that session, instead of like just separate yourself and look at the bigger picture. But yeah, I'm actually gonna do it like this. Yesterday, I traded a bit in the afternoon. I was not really successful. It was break even. I lost some, I won some. But one rule that I determined, that I decided I'm just gonna follow through, is that I will place my profit targets just a few points before the profit target in itself. Because yesterday we left a lot of relative equal lows and it was frustrating me. I was like, man, I'm in a trade, I'm 2 ticks away from it and I didn't get filled. So, and it's affecting my psychology a lot. So I was like, okay. Okay, and we have this move happen. So I can break even on the day. Silly start. Silly session. The fact that this move is happening so early, I don't believe we're done with the upside. So I'm just gonna take the most obvious profit target, and if it's just gonna run without us, that's it. But yeah, I don't wanna I don't wanna be looking for 23,045 right now. We're touching 830. We're leaving relative equal lows. I'll wait for the first 15 minutes to close and very cute. It came back up. I want to add actually. Let's add two more if it's gonna let us. Okay. Fascinating. There's not much I can do, but wait, because I want to be long, as I said, but we left relatively cool lows, so we come down, we have a swing low, traded inside an inversion fair value gap, first presentation fair value gap, NCB, shorted it, tried to add it because I was looking at this imbalance. I was like, maybe it just wants to reach for it. And now it just wants to run. Yeah, it just doesn't make sense to me. Yeah, not really in the mood for shorting anymore, unless we trade below this fair value gap. Um, this is a breaker, so by definition, this should be a buy. Okay. I'm gonna fight the trend. I see a breaker. If it's that kind of day, so be it. Uh, I'm gonna lose this trade and I'll be done. I had bad ideas at the beginning. I sized up and now it seems impossible to trade. Because I'm even considering now, I was like, okay, it's gonna take my stop loss now. Yeah. Am I shorting this? It's just insane. Because it's leaving relative equal highs. Ah, we're getting smoked. Let's try. Oh, fortunate. Let's see. It's even that kind of day where I'm allowing more stop loss than I usually would. Yeah, that's not the day, man. Today is not the day. Just smoked out here. Yeah, it's already outside of my area of expertise today. Yeah. Boom. No matter which way you're doing, you're going is a seek and destroy day. The only way I'm gonna short is if we take 252. If we take 252 and I see some kind of like breaker inversion fair value gap, I will short instantly. But until then, it's just like a smoking gun. because it's like engineering liquidity to the upside. It needs to take 252 in order for me to attack these lows, or maybe they just want to continue with it. Let me see on the daily how it looks. Yeah, leaving 252 open is gonna be nasty. We might need to wait for the afternoon session because I don't see any willingness for this choppiness to find its way to stop. So I don't want to be chopped out. I'm already in a big drawdown. I have like 1,000 something dollars in drawdown, which is my biggest loss on stream, I believe. So I'm trying to be patient and not lose my cool. Yeah, not an ideal price action. You're having overlapped candles on 1 minute, on 5 minute, on 15 minutes, and on a daily. We might have to let this one play. 252. Yep, 252. I'm laying out some targets if it wants to continue, but I'm thinking of shorts. Came back down into this 15 minute. Came down, boom, boom. Respected this breaker. These 2-3 candles. Stopped here in the upper part of this inversion fair value gap. Like, okay. Now let's see if it has the gas or it's just another attempt to go lower. This looks very bullish. Let's see what's gonna do with this one. I'm looking at yes, maybe we find an entry there, but we don't. So I'm gonna wait. Let's have it. Quick drop, sharp, aggressive. As I said before, stop loss is gonna be a bit above the ultimate target. Move to break even. Take it one of three contracts off. Taking three more off. ES took the lows, so Mm. Hello, Watson. What a day. That's wanna give me the last piece of the pie. Don't want to. You know what? How much am I losing? 200 on the day. If he's gonna give me another short opportunity, I might try it, but now it's getting ugly. And it might still come down because this is what I'm anticipating. I just don't feel comfortable enough waiting in drawdown. But yeah, my mistake. We sized up and we managed to save the day. But very ugly start. I would still like to be short. I'm just waiting for an entry. What a day, man. Yeah, it's doing its thing now. Would be funny to go back up. I'm looking at ES as well. Oh, not much happening. Like this first presentation for value gap and this one. Like right now, our exit was a good idea. We would be in drawdown again. I sized up quite heavily into this fair value gap. I was like, okay, this is a confirmation, if there is any. Happy I got out at this low. Yeah, in days like this, you need to be very quick on the profits. You don't know what. Like, look at this. This is ridiculous. Imagine me waiting for these relative equal lows while I was having a $1,500 profit trade. I'll be losing my mind right now. Like, this is not a day to trade, man. This is not a day to trade. I'm happy I got out with just a scratch at this point. Wow. What are these people doing, man? Now the short is coming. I don't need 252. If that's the case, I don't believe longing is an option for me at this point. What I'm thinking, if it wants to come back down and takes the low, I want to short this inversion fair value gap. But if it takes the high again, it would put me in a very awkward spot, because as a trader you're having profitable days and weeks, and then one of these days comes and you can lose a lot, and it just shatters your confidence in your strategy and everything, because none of this makes work. None of it. In no universe all this liquidity is being, right, this is manipulation and I understand it, but it's difficult to trade in this environment. Fair value gap, breakaway gap. Now let's see, do we take the highs? We're in a 5-minute CB and in an inversion fair value gap. In another word, I would try to short this with 2 or 3 contracts and put my stop loss at the high if I really want to fight the market. But I'm not gonna. Not a day. I'm curious how my commission sheet is gonna be looking like. We traded a lot of micros. A lot of them. I might be switching to Ninja Trader. Because they have an automatic copy trade. They have a built-in copy trader, and a lot of other companies have already partnered with them in terms of copy trading. Because meanwhile I was shorting this move, I just had a glance at my other account and I had a short position open, but the entry was here, was basically inside this candle, like a 200-day, and I was like, wait, I'm in drawdown like $600. It's like, what? And then it came back down, it showed this fair value gap, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna add 5 more. And then I took all of it down here. Like, it's just one of those days. If you're offside, it really plays you. But yeah, all in all, I need to buy myself a fourth screen. Which is insane to even think about. Now imagine we had all of this beauty happening. No, I don't like those. Um, thought about it, but they take up a lot of space. And sure, you have a lot of space on multiple monitors, but you can stack them. Where with one big monitor, it's just like I have to look like this instead of like just looking up and down and a bit on the left, a bit on the right. Like my screen on the right is portrait. It's like this, right? It's vertical, basically. So I want to stack up the one that I'm looking at right now, where I have the camera when I'm looking at you. And the one on the left, I want to have another vertical. So I have two verticals and two landscapes in front. And I want to see the stream as well right now. Like I'm watching the stream chat on my phone. So even that might be a bit delayed. Can we short this, please? Is it crazy to consider a short right now? I wanna go short now. I wanna go short now. Yeah, but I like to have my charts clean. Plus, I would have to pin it somehow, and I don't know if that's possible. So it's always on top of the charts, and I don't really want that. But yeah, it's insane to think about like having 4 screens and I still don't have space for whatever it is I want to do. So you know what would be interesting right now? Sixty-three 25, 63 25. So this candle was not did not touch this fair value gap, right? So if it comes back up again, and then we have a displacement lower, I'm just gonna short it. But this is an inversion fair value gap that is showing support. Meanwhile, we had a small fair value gap here and we had a breakaway gap. So now the price is saying, no, we're still bullish. We just wanted to clean everyone that was buying down here. Computer case. I don't think I follow. Like one of those small iPads from Windows or... okay. No, man. I want to have a place where I can watch my other accounts. Next month, there is a possibility I'm gonna be taking on some clients and I'm gonna be trading their accounts as well. So if that's gonna happen, I'm gonna have to manage 5 accounts at the same time, 4 accounts or 5 accounts, and I want to have a screen for them. I don't want to be making the mistakes that I've made today. Yeah, that would be, because everything can get ugly in a hurry, like very fast. So you cannot be playing with people's money like that. Okay, so we're trading here. Let me check. There's a chance I'm right. But my master plan of shorting this page. Am I getting banned if I'm talking like this? I've never even considered censoring myself. Okay, that's right. I don't want this to support the price anymore, even though it does. But we have this 5 minute BC. So not touching it uh, makes me wonder. Mm. I'll go to the bathroom quick. That's what I like. Come back and see the trade going in my favor. Oh. Let's see how it behaves because we're inside a 5 minute BC, so this can be another long situation. Like seeing prices above this high is not even should not should not be considered basically. Yeah, and this is a breaker. All this juiciness down here. Ah, come on. You cannot leave it like this. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. Let's go. This is the first target. Any CB, fair value gap, I'm adding. I like to have more juice in this move, even though I like the profit target. I just want to see displacement. Because right now we're still in this 5 minute, right? And that's not good. Am I missing anything on the 2 minute, 3 minute? Yeah, don't like that. I don't know if we have enough time, but I want to check some statistics. It's 10:50 already. 69% of having double breaks, which means our profit target should be taken, but I don't think it's gonna happen the way we want to. Let me just keep the initial. I don't like that. Mhm. Mm-mm-mm. That's it. It's impossible for them not to take it considering the day. I'm done. This is not a this is not the type of market I want to be trading. I'm sorry. Too ugly. Have a loss 350. We recovered a bit. We were 1.5k down the hole. But very, very ugly market conditions. Yeah. Yeah, today, if you placed a lot of trades, even for me today is gonna be commission wise is gonna be ugly. Yeah, I have no idea how much I want to short right now, but it's just ridiculous at this point because we are fighting the market. Comes down, takes, comes down, takes, comes down, takes. I don't like longs. I don't like longs. So I I cannot entertain this inversion fair value gap. My bias was bullish. I just don't like the way it's structured. That's my problem. I don't like the fact that we left relative equal lows so close to the price action, and the fact that I'm having 1, 2, 3 fair value gaps to choose from. Uh, Breakaway gap. But yeah, in general, it's just a mess. And even though I want to short, I want to see some type of like the way this run was, and I was using this inversion fair value gaps, and even here I had confirmation I added, but then I had to cut short because this is the day. But yeah, I don't want to cause any more harm to my account and to my mental state. So I'll finish the stream. I will check the PM session to see if anything will pop out. But I don't believe anything major is going to happen in the next hour, 2 hours. Unless they decide to switch bottom. My gut tells me that they just want to stick with this bullish scenario and come back down. And maybe later we're going to see some displacement. But we have a lot of relative equal highs here and here. So this looks like a very good setup to take those highs. That's my worry. So even now, I don't like going short because there is a chance they're gonna drop the needle again as they did down here, grab more liquidity, and then maybe later we're just gonna attack the highs. But I can assure you, those shorts over there that have their stop loss at 403, they're not happy. And I think that's the whole purpose of why it's looking so dodgy. It's manipulating, thinking that it's not gonna reach. So anything can happen. We can have a wash in PM session, and for us to just be trading inside this fair value gaps. But I'm already rambling, so there's no reason. There's no reason to talk about it anymore. It's done. Ugly day. I'm happy I recovered. A lot of lessons to learn. Everything started because I traded pre-market and I had a loss. And then it was just a snowball effect. I was like, okay, let's size up. But clearly these days they have me. They're testing me in any way, shape, form. So thank you for being here. See you tomorrow.